Well, we're back again here at the Maple Tree Forge on Function Junction. Today I'd like to show you my sled collection. Something that's very dear to my heart, and you're going to see this as I show it to you, but when I was a little kid, and all the kids in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and there was a lot of kids there in those days, we all pulled a sled. Every place we went, whether it was downtown to get a loaf of bread for Ma or whatever, we had to get something, we pulled a sled. No matter where we went. We even took them to school with us. But anyway, we were sledding and having a good time. We didn't know about computers in those days. We just went out and sledded and ice skated and had a good time in the snow. Well, anyway, yesterday we had our first snowfall here, and it got pretty deep here. Anyway, that reminded me of my sledding days and all the fun I had, and I still enjoy it. I don't tell anybody about it. I just do it when there's nobody around. But anyway, we do this sledding, and yesterday's snow, I thought I should get these out. I want to show you my collection, and it never meant to be a collection. It was just going to be because I couldn't pass them up when I saw them at the garage sale. They would bring back so many memories. I thought, oh shoot, I better buy that. So anyway, I picked up a few, but I got to show them to you. The first one I want to show you is a sled. Is a sled that belonged to my older sister, and this is the one I grew up with, and I started out with this sled, and it's kind of small, and it hasn't been out for years, and I dug it out the other day and looked at it and brought back a lot of memories. Has to have a rope, and I'm going to fix it up. But anyway, that's the first sled that I had when I was a little kid. Small sled. And notice this, how this, and all these sleds are steerable sleds. You can actually move them by turning the front bar. And they're steerable sleds. That's what's really neat about it, I think. So anyway, that sled there, I kind of grew out of it, and I was kind of like dragging behind a sled most of the time. Well, anyway, back when I was a kid, we never got much for Christmas because, you know, Mom and Dad were paying for farm, and boy, if we got a Christmas decoration for Christmas, we were happy with it. So we knew enough not to ask for big presents or anything. And so I asked for something we never got, and this is a long time ago, you got to remember, was I like Nesbitt's Orange Pop. So I asked for some Nesbitt's Orange Pop for Christmas. And I expected maybe a bottle of pop or two. Well, I came down that morning from Christmas, and there in front of the tree on the rug was this sled right here with a whole 6-pack of orange Nesbitt Pop on it. And I liked it, so I kept the orange pop bottles and the case. I got them in the basement yet. But anyway, this sled was on the rug in front of the tree, and it was called the Silver Streak, and it was a big sled that I fit on, and wow, I was so happy. And it's got millions of miles on it, believe me. And we took this thing sledding down the big hills in southern Minnesota. I'm telling you, we really had fun. And it shows a lot of wear. In fact, I repainted it twice. It was called the Silver Streak. I don't know where they got it, but I was really pleased with it. And it's a wonderful sled. It was fast. But that was the sled that really intrigued me when I got that for Christmas. I couldn't believe it. I got a sled for Christmas, and that was really something in those days to get a sled for Christmas. And a whole 6-pack of Nesbitt's Orange Pop. Whew. What could be better than that? But then, you know, I grew up and started going to sales and stuff, and I'd run across a sled, and I couldn't pass it up. It was so in nice shape and everything. Here's another one. I don't know, it's about a 3/4 size, I guess, but anyway, I bought it, and it wasn't bad shape. I haven't done anything to it. I did put a rope on it. We have a rope maker, and I make all the ropes I used to for the kids in the neighborhood to put on their sleds and wagons and whatever, but now there's no kids in the neighborhood anymore. So I just make ropes for the fun of it. And here's another one, garage sale special, Royal Racer, and that's in pretty nice shape yet. Look at that sled. And they only bring a couple dollars on the garage sale, and I thought, oh, you can't let that go. So I bought it. This next sled I want to show you is one that I completely rebuilt. when I got it, it looked like a truck ran it over. I mean, it was perfectly flat, and I had to straighten out all the irons, the runners. I took it all apart, put all new rivets and bolts in it, and I did it about the time, it was about this time of the year, my son's birthday. He was about 8 or 9 then. He's about 37 now, I think. And anyway, we took it through, we had a sledding party where my mother and my wife and the kids and my son, and we rode this sled and different sleds, and we just had a sledding party. And the runner sled was the one that went a long way, I'll tell you. There's less friction on the ground with them. But anyway, I had to straighten this thing, and all the wood, I cut all the wood, it's all oak, and I finished it with linseed oil, and it turned out pretty good. Every year since I restored this sled and rebuilt it, every year I'd hang it on the blacksmith shop, right on the front door, and decorate it up for Christmas, because we had other sleds, so. And that's where it ended up. And then the one more sled I want to show you before, this is how they look. I just got this one this last year at a rummage sale. It's a Norwegian sled, wood, and somebody used it for a decoration, but it's broke. One of the slats here are broke, and I will take this into the shop and completely rebuild it and add it to my collection. Well, now that we've got all these sleds out here, and you saw my collection, I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to take back in, but some of them I'm going to leave out. We'll put a bow on them, decorate them up for Christmas. I've got one on the front porch too. I forgot to show you that, but it's for decoration. I painted it red, and it's out there. It's a lot like this one, but anyway, now you've seen my collection, and you know what? I wish you'd all go sledding like I do. I'll probably go sledding here in a couple days. It gets a little colder. Anyway, thanks for looking at my sled collection, everybody, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and thanks for being on Ozzies Oddities, and we'll see you again real soon, everybody. Thank you very much.